We've got 10 more hopefuls ready and eager to leap into that famous chair and have a go for that elusive million. All of them applied to be on the show by phone or by text, so let's meet them. They are Tom Walton from West Yorkshire, Pat Milton from East Sussex, Jimmy Panton from Lanarkshire, Paul Gibson from Middlesbrough, John Welsh from Somerset, David Sawyer from Hertfordshire, Jason Hillier from Leicestershire, Michelle Allen from Yorkshire, Maggie Murdoch from Stirlingshire, and Alan Hassel from Worcestershire. We're looking terribly pleased with themselves. That'll change. Right, we've got one question. It has 4 answers, only one correct order, so fastest finger first to find out who can get that correct order in the shortest possible time. No distraction, please, from the audience. I need them to concentrate. Right, 10 of you start. Here comes your first question. Put these items of footwear in the order they first appeared. Here they come. Wellington boots, Crocs, sandals, winkle pickers. Terribly worried. Let's see what happened. This is the right order. Farthest back in time, sandals. No idea when, but said to be the oldest footwear, certainly back to the Bible. Wellington boots from the 19th century, winkle pickers from the 1950s, and then Crocs from the 21st century. So that's the right order. Now, 10 start. I don't know from the look on their faces at all, 10 got it right. 4 got it right. David Sawyer was fastest. 4.56 seconds. Well done, David. The match. So, next up tonight, David Sawyer from Wigginton in Hertfordshire. It's a wonder David found time to come here today, because he's obviously a workaholic. He currently has 3 jobs. He's a sales trainer for a major financial recruitment company. He's an enrolment manager for a share trading training company. And he's a self-employed sports massage therapist. He says he's also a very keen runner. Well, he'd need to be, really. He hasn't got time to walk anywhere. He's been married to Becky for 18 years. They have 2 teenage sons, one of whom is here with Dad this evening, 16-year-old Tom. David's dream would be to win enough to treat himself to a monster motorbike. And he says Becky would hardly notice so long as he bought her another dog, as she's completely canine crazy. Well, as ever, the computer will randomly generate up to 12 questions. If all 12 are answered correctly, then David wins £1 million. It's as simple as that. No trick questions, and of course there's help at hand from those 3 lifelines. You can go 50-50, you can phone a friend, or you can ask this rather fine-looking audience. Right, David, lots of luck. Let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Question number 1 is for £500. Have a look. Strathclyde is a former administrative region in which part of the UK? England, Wales, Northern Ireland, Scotland.
That's Scotland.
That's the right answer. You got £500. Question number 2 would guarantee £1,000. It is the last point at which you could go home with nothing. I'm sure it won't happen. Here it comes. Which of these Asian countries does not play Test cricket? Bangladesh, China, Pakistan, Sri Lanka.
That'd be China.
You got £1,000, David Sawyer. Well done. OK, you have £1,000. Question number 3 is for £2,000. You have all 3 lifelines. Spirit is the title of which X Factor contestant's 2007 debut album? Leona Lewis, Ben Mills, the McDonald Brothers, Journey South.
I think this is going to have to be an Ask the Audience.
OK, right, audience, here's the question. It's worth £2,000. On your keypads, please. Spirit is the title of which X Factor contestant's 2007 debut album? Now, A is Leona Lewis, B is Ben Mills, C, the McDonald Brothers, D, Journey South. First lifeline is needed. All vote now. %think it's Leona Lewis, 3% Ben Mills, 3% McDonald's, 6% Journey South. It's pretty huge. But you really have no idea, have you?
I didn't... If I was going to say any of them, I'd have said Leona Lewis.
Why?
I can't remember any of the others.
They'll be pleased. Gonna play?
Yeah. I'll go with Leona Lewis.
Final answer.
Final answer.
It's the right answer. 88% are spot on. The number one in the album charts. You've got £2,000. 88%, I can tell you, did not include your son, Tom. Tom Sawyer up there. I thought it was the McDonald Brothers. Or whatever. Hey, you've got £2,000. Question number 4 is for £5,000. You've still got to phone a friend. And you can still go 50-50. Have a look. Which of these words best describes a mosaic? Scintillated, tessellated, granulated, oscillated.
That would be tessellated.
What does it mean?
It means a pattern made up of parts, I believe. But it's not scintillated, and it's not granulated, and it's not oscillated. So
Final answer.
Final answer, tessellated.
It's the right answer. You got £5,000. Question number 5 is for 10,000. You still got a 50-50, and you can still phone a friend. Have a look. Tell me what you want to do. You would lose £4,000 here if you gave me a wrong answer, but you have 2 lifelines. Which of these playwrights is best known for his farces? Harold Pinter, John Osborne, Ray Cooney, Arthur Miller. Why are you grinning happily?
It's not Harold Pinter. I don't think he's ever done a farce. Or John Osborne. It's not Arthur Miller. It's Ray Cooney.
Final answer.
Final answer.
Absolutely right. You got £10,000. Still calm? Still grinning? You have 10,000. You would lose 9,000 here, David. I warn you if you give me a wrong answer. The money starts to go up quite quickly now. This one is worth £20,000. You could double your money here. You've still got that phone a friend. And you've still got a 50-50. Have a look at question number 6. Tell me what you want to do. Who was leader of the opposition at the time of the abdication crisis? Clement Attlee, Winston Churchill, Neville Chamberlain, Andrew Bonar Law.
Discount.
Who's that?
Don't think it was Churchill. I'm going to phone.
Okay, now who's going to know this?
I'm going to phone my mother-in-law.
Is this wise?
Yeah.
Does she like you?
Yeah, I think so. I hope so.
We'll find out.
I like her.
That's good. Okay, what's she called?
Barbara.
Barbara. Okay, we'll phone Barbara. Tell the question, 4 possible answers. Do you want me to tell your mother-in-law it's worth £20,000?
Yeah.
Family economy? Okay.
Hello?
Barbara?
Yes?
Chris Tarrant, good evening.
Hello?
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine. Well, no, I'm not fine. I'm on tenterhooks.
Well, I can understand that, because it's a bit serious. David's here, he's doing fine, he's in the chair.
Right.
He's here with Tom. He's on £10,000, he's stuck.
Right.
Barbara, it does mean your answer's worth £20,000 to him.
Crikey. Okay.
Crikey, okay. Right, all right, my darling, so next question will be David's.
Okay, thanks.
Is he a good son-in-law? Do we like him?
Yes, he's lovely.
Lovely, he's lovely. OK, right. David will tell you a question. There are still 4 possible answers. Barbara, one of these is worth £20,000, OK?
Okay, thank you.
Right, David, 30 seconds, matey. Your time starts now.
Barbie, who was leader of the opposition at the time of the abdication crisis? Was it Clement Attlee, Winston Churchill, Neville Chamberlain, or Andrew Bonar Law?
I have no idea. It could possibly have been Neville Chamberlain, but I'm sorry, I'm not very sure.
OK, no problem.
Good luck, darling.
Thanks.
Okay.
Have to use that.
Right, computer, take away 2 random wrong answers. Leave David the right answer and the 1 remaining wrong answer. Attlee or Chamberlain? Bonar Law's gone. Churchill's gone.
I just... again, they were the 2 that I would have had to choose between. I think I'm going to play.
But you've no idea what the answer is.
But I'm only on 10,000. Come on. No, there's no point. No, I'm going to take the 10,000. I'll take the 10,000, Chris.
Final answer.
Final answer.
OK, give him a big hand. He goes away with £10,000. I've never seen anybody so cheesed off to go away with 10 grand in their hand. It was all going too well. What would you have gone for? I know you were...
Well...
What would you have said? Go on, you know you'll want to know, and you know I'm going to tell you.
No, all right, let's say Chamberlain.
Why?
I don't really know. But there you go.
Were you sort of nearly tempted? Were you nearly going to go for him?
Not really, no. No, to be honest, I was completely torn, completely split.
If you'd said Chamberlain, you'd have lost 9 grand. The right answer was Clement Attlee. Give him a big hand. We've still got 9 of tonight's wannabe millionaires ready to play. Fastest finger first. Let's see who's next to step into the spotlight and try for a life-changing sum of money. Nice and quiet, please, audience. Here comes the question. Starting in America and working east, put these words in order of their country of origin. Raja, Monsieur, Copper, Partner. Right, let's have a look. They're all looking terribly concerned about it. Let's see what happened. First and foremost, this is the right order. Don't forget you're studying in the States, so Partner, obviously, from the USA. Then going across the Atlantic to France, Monsieur. Then right across to India for Raja, and then Cobber from Australia, down in the Southern Hemisphere. So that's the right order. Now, out of 9, how many got it right? These were correct. Not many. Who was fastest? Tom Walton in 4.43 seconds. Come on, Tom. Tom Walton, you the man. Well played. You're very worried over there. You're right. You want to play for millions quid? Definitely. Right, we've got Tom Walton now, an IT manager from Leeds in West Yorkshire. Tom's always worked in computers. His job has taken him to Leeds, but he'd really like to get back to his native Teesside one day. He's been married to Joanne for just 4 years. They have a 6-month-old son called Alexander, so money is a bit tight at the moment, and a decent win on the show would be a great help. It might even mean they could finally take a holiday. Tom's old school friend David has made the journey down with him, and he's sitting up there in the supporter seat. And Tom also has an identical twin brother who's been desperately trying to get on this show and is now even keener to get on. And, of course, he wants to come here and win more than Tom. Well, we shall see. We'll see, first of all, what happens tonight. So, Tom, lots of luck. 12 questions, 3 brand-new lifelines, £1 million. Fingers crossed for you. Let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Question number 1 for 500 quid is this. Which of these is a traditional song? Scotland the Bold, Scotland the Valiant, Scotland the Brave, Scotland the Courageous.
That would be Scotland the Brave.
It's the right answer. You got 500 quid. Terribly pleased.
Yeah.
You can hopefully you'll get some more. You have £500. This would guarantee you £1,000. You have 3 lifelines. Here it comes. The Roman numerals XV represent which number? 7, 90, 15, 60.
X is 10 and V is 5, so the answer must be 15.
You have £1,000, Tom Wolf. Tom's just mouthed at me. Fantastic. He's just won £1,000. So, you've got a pretty new baby.
Yes.
Sleeping?
He is now, yeah, it's great. Up until only about 2 months ago, he wasn't still. It was really random, so it's a...
So you and Joanne were absolutely exhausted?
Yes, thank God I didn't have to do fastest finger first a couple of months ago.
Now, your twin brother, what's he called?
Jonathan.
And you really are peas in a pod?
Yes, yeah.
And he's been trying to get on here for years?
He has,
and
yes.
And you beat him to it?
Yeah, well, we've both been trying to get on here for years, but he's far more competitive than I am, should I say. So it's when I told him I was coming on here, most people naturally said, "Oh, that's great, good luck," and he was just like, "Oh, that's terrible." Like,
really?
I wish it was me. I'm going to have to get on and earn more than you.
Do you tend to know the same things or completely different things?
We tend to know the same things, apart from he's much better at sport than I am. He's really interested in sport, where I learnt computers really well.
But if he gets on, because he's obviously going to try hard now to get to and get whatever you end up with tonight, he's going to try and get more.
Yes.
So when he comes on to take over from you, you know, in weeks or months' time or whatever, how will I know that he's not you coming back twice? For 2 million quid.
He would like to say that he's taller and more tanned and fitter than I am, so that's...
But he won't be, will he? He'll be exactly the same size.
Unfortunately not. I did computing, so he is taller and fitter than I don't know.
Oh, good. OK. Right. So, it's just a strange thought. You have £1,000. Question number 3 is for 2,000. You still have those lifelines untouched. What are you aiming at?
To be honest, 10,000 or above would be totally great.
OK.
If you could get to 50, fantastic, but you never know.
All right, fingers crossed for you. You have 1,000. You had 3 lifelines. Question number 3 is for £2,000. Following a refurbishment, which London railway station was opened by the Queen in 2007? King's Cross, St Pancras, Marylebone, Euston.
Well, it's definitely not King's Cross, because that really is a dump. I haven't been to Marylebone or Euston. I know St Pancras has been refurbished recently because of the new Eurostar, and that was officially opened sometime in November or December last year. So I'd say my answer is going to be B, St Pancras.
Final answer.
Yes.
It's the right answer. You got £2,000. You have 2,000. Your 3 lifelines are still untouched. You're 4 away from 50,000. Have a look at question number 4. Tell us what you want to do. Which TV presenter married political lobbyist Derek Draper in 2005? Kate Thornton, Sian Lloyd, Kate Garraway, June Sarpong.
It's a tricky one. Got an inkling, but I'm not 100% sure, so I'd like to ask the audience.
OK, hopefully it's something they know. I think, right, audience, this is the question. First lifeline Tom's needed. Here it is. Which TV presenter married political lobbyist Derek Draper in the year 2005? Now, A, on your keypads is Kate Thornton. B, Sian Lloyd. C, Kate Garraway. Or D, June Sarpong. A, B, C or D, all vote now. Uh, 54% say Kate, 32% say Sian. The others are 7% for June Sarpong and 7% for Kate Thornton.
Yeah. My inkling was Kate Garraway.
You lie!
I think I'll trust the audience on this one and go with Kate Garraway. Final answer.
It's the right answer. You got £5,000. Very nice lady, and of course is a presenter on GMTV. How are you feeling?
A lot better now. It's good to get up to 5,000.
You calm?
Yeah, a lot calmer than I thought it'd be.
You got £5 grand. What did Joanne say before you left?
Basically, if I get up to 5 or 10,000 and don't have an idea and blow it, I'm dead. But apart from that, well done.
That's fine.
And good luck.
Right, you got £5,000. Hopefully you can take home a lot more. You've got 2 lifelines still untouched. You've still got 50-50, you can phone a friend. Have a look at question number 5. This is worth £10,000. You can double your money here. Tell me what you want to do. Which actress has a tattoo showing the coordinates of the places of birth of her children? Angelina Jolie, Sarah Jessica Parker, Kate Winslet, Catherine Zeta-Jones.
It's just about the most awful question I wouldn't have wanted to say. Of those, I don't think my phone of friends will know that either, to be completely honest, so... I'd like to use a 50-50, please, Chris.
OK, right, computer, take away 2 random wrong answers. Leave Tom the right answer, and the one remaining wrong answer.
Oof.
What do you want to do? You lose £4 grand here, Tom, if you give me a wrong answer.
Yeah. It's a tricky one, this. I actually spoke to Joanna about this and said if I had an inkling I'd got to 50-50 at 5,000, I'd go for it, because I'll never be in this chair again. I would hope it was Angelina Jolie, because I know she's got a lot of tattoos. I don't know anything about Kate Winslet at all in terms of whether she has tattoos or not. I think I've got a strong inkling towards Angelina Jolie, and as I said with Joanna when I was coming onto here, if I was at this stage, I'll never be in the seat again, so it'd be daft all out.
Well, you might be coming back pretending to be a twin brother.
Yeah, that's very, very true. So,
you still got to phone a friend if you want.
I'm going to gamble, to be blatantly honest, and I'm going to go with A, Angelina Jolie.
You know you lose £4 grand.
Yes, I know it's a gamble, but I'll never be in the seat again, and it's...
You need the money.
Well, it's not a case of needing the money so much, but yeah, it would be good. It'd be good to jump up, and although I'm prepared to lose 4,000 if it comes to that. I wouldn't want to.
Answer.
Final answer.
We'll take a break. Join us again in a couple of minutes for the final part of tonight's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Don't go away. Welcome back to the final part of tonight's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, where Tom Walton is sweating over the answer to his £10,000 question. Think you're right?
I hope I'm right. The only reason I think I'm swayed to all that, I know she has tattoos. I've never heard about Kate Winslet having them, so... But it is a bit of a risk.
Stop waffling. It's the right answer. You've got £10,000.
Great.
Have a look, Tom, at question number 6. This is for £20,000. You do not have to play this, but you would double your money. Here it comes. Which sportsman called his 2006 autobiography The Way of the Shark? Seve Ballesteros, Colin Montgomery, Tiger Woods, Greg Norman.
I would hope it's Greg Norman, who's known as the Shark in golf, so pretty much going to go for it. I think the way the Shark would be Greg Norman, so that'll be my final answer.
You just won £20,000. He is. You're staying in there, Tom. Good man, you're hanging in there. You got 20 grand. He's known as the Great White Shark. You got 20 grand, and you still have what could well be a critical phone a friend. Who have you got?
I've got my brother.
Oh, your twin?
Yes.
Oh, OK.
Well, that might be bad, because he'll probably spend the first 20 seconds saying, I can't believe you don't know the answer to that.
Yeah. He might also just try and stitch you up like a kipper, mightn't he?
Yeah, that's very true.
It's quite risky using your identical, clearly very jealous twin brother. Or...
I've got my mum. She tends to know lots of arty literature kind of thing. She was a teacher, so quite broad spread. Wife Joanna, she knows kind of newish, current, gossipy, celebrity kind of stuff.
OK, this is serious business. This is for £50,000. Tom, you know this. You do not have to play this question. You've got 20 grand, which will be a fantastic night's work for you.
Yeah.
She would be so pleased to see you come home with 20 grand.
Definitely.
You've got to phone a friend. You could use the phone a friend and still walk away. If you give me a wrong answer, you lose £19,000. All right, mate? But I would love you to get question number 7 right. £50,000, and that would be the minimum amount you would leave here with tonight. Have a look at question number 7. You've got to phone a friend. Tell me what you want to do. Who became Australian Prime Minister in November 2007? Jeff Prosser, Julia Gillard, Kevin Rudd, Philip Ruddock. One of those is worth £50,000.
Unfortunately, I don't know the answer to this, because it's the trouble with having children. It just takes you out of, out of circulation for a bit.
But critically, you've still got one lifeline now.
Yeah, I do think...
Who would know?
Phone of friends. I think my mum or my brother would know this. I'm going to go with my brother Jonathan, because if he never makes it here, at least he'll be able to speak on it. So I think it'd be good to give him the chance. Definitely tell him how much it's for.
Hello?
Jonathan?
Yes?
Hi, it's Chris Tarrant here.
Oh, hello.
How are you?
Nervous.
Well, we're right in the middle of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Now, you know why we're here, don't you? Why I'm calling you? Because your brother Tom, your identical twin brother,
Yes?
is here and in the chair.
Right.
Are you pleased about that?
If I get this right, yes.
Yeah, he's doing rather well.
Excellent, excellent.
He's stuck on a particular question. It's worth £50,000 to him.
Right.
OK, right. The next voice here will be Tom's. He'll tell you the question, 4 possible answers. One of them is worth a serious cheque for £50,000. All right, mate?
Thanks.
Right, Tom. Fingers crossed. You've got 30 seconds. Your time starts now.
Who became Australian Prime Minister in November 2007? Was it Jeff Prosser, Julia Gillard, Kevin Rudd, or Philip Ruddock? Do you want me to repeat that?
Yes, if you could.
Who is the Australian Prime Minister? Jeff Prosser, Julia Gillard, Kevin Rudd, or Philip Ruddock? 5 seconds.
I'm not sure. It could be Kevin Rudd.
Cheers.
Thanks.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Whoa.
Oh, well.
Oh, well, what?
I trust my brother, but I don't trust him that much.
He seemed almost pleased for you, actually, didn't he?
Yeah. I think he'd be pleased for me. He just would much rather it was him who was here rather than me. I think, to be completely honest, he's only got an inkling. He thinks it might be Kevin Rudd. I don't know. So it'd be absolutely daft for me to gamble it. So I'm going to take the money and run.
Have a look. Tell me one final time you definitely take the money. Who became Australian Prime Minister in November 2007? Jeff Prosser, Julia Gillard, Kevin Rudd, which your brother kind of thinks, but he's not certain. It didn't sound that positive anyway. Or Philip Ruddock.
Definitely the final answer is going to be take the money, Chris.
Right, give Tom a big hand. He goes away, scampering back to Leeds, and Joanne and little baby Alexander with £20,000. I will tell you, actually, and I know that your brother will be straight on the phone after the show anyway, I will tell you that David, your mate up there, thinks the answer is actually Philip Ruddock. And your brother, who may or may not ever get back here if he keeps making lots of phone calls, Kevin Rudd was the right answer. You may have got 20 grand, but he will be unbearable.
Yeah, he's got the upper hand.
Give him a big hand. £20,000. Friend, well, you can ask this rather fine-looking audience. Right, David, lots of luck. Let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Question number 1 is for £500. Have a look. Strathclyde is a former administrative region in which part of the UK? England, Wales, Northern Ireland, Scotland.
That's Scotland.
That's the right answer. You got £500. Question number 2 would guarantee £1,000. It is the last point at which you could go home with nothing. I'm sure it won't happen. Here it comes. Which of these Asian countries... We've got 10 more hopefuls ready and eager to leap into that famous chair and have a go for that elusive million. All of them applied to be on the show by phone or by text, so let's meet them. They are... Tom Walton from West Yorkshire. Pat Melton from East Sussex. Jimmy Panton from Lanarkshire. Paul Gibson from Middlesbrough. John Walsh from Somerset. David Sawyer from Hertfordshire. Jason Hillier from Leicestershire. Michelle Allen from Yorkshire. Maggie Murdoch from Stirlingshire. And Alan Hassel from Worcestershire. We're looking terribly pleased. He currently has 3 jobs. He's a sales trainer for a major financial recruitment company. He's an enrolment manager for a share trading training company. And he's a self-employed sports massage therapist. He says he's also a very keen runner. Well, he'd need to be, really. He hasn't got time to walk anywhere. He's been married to Becky for 18 years. They have 2 teenage sons, one of whom's here with Dad this evening, 16-year-old Tom. David's dream would be to win enough to treat himself to a monster motorbike. And he says Becky would hardly notice so long as he bought her another dog, as she's completely canine crazy. Well, as ever, the computer will randomly generate up to 12 questions. If all 12 are answered correctly, then David wins £1 million. It's as simple as that. No trick questions, and of course there's help at hand from those 3 lifelines. You can go 50-50. You can phone with the oldest footwear, certainly back to the Bible. Wellington boots from the 19th century, winkle pickers from the 1950s, and then Crocs from the 21st century. So that's the right order. Now, 10 start. I don't know from the look on their faces at all. 10 got it right. 4 got it right. David Sawyer was fastest. 4.56 seconds. Well done, David. The man. Right, we've got for £1 million now. Yes, please. So, next up tonight, David Sawyer from Wigginton in Hertfordshire. It's a wonder David found time to come here today, because he's obviously a workaholic. To themselves. That'll change. Right, we've got 1 question. It has 4 answers, only 1 correct order. So, fastest finger first to find out who can get that correct order in the shortest possible time. No distraction, please, from the audience. I need them to concentrate. Right, 10 of you start. Here comes your first question. Put these items of footwear in the order they first appeared. Here they come. Wellington boots, Crocs, sandals, winkle pickers. I'm looking terribly worried. Let's see what happened. This is the right order. Farthest back in time, sandals. No idea when, but said